Hi, I'm Zeospantera, the host of Inner Fetish. I know this is Z-Reviews, but I figured I would give you guys an update since the year ended, and I do have another channel. If you're wondering where the hell all the IM reviews went, there. 53 reviews, a couple of them that were repeats of like classics that I wanted to re-review, the Kato and things like that, Clairvoyance. But yeah, if you're missing IMs, subscribe to the top link in this channel, which is the link to the Inner Fetish. I called it that because I'm me. What do you want? I've actually also been trying to keep up with, the playlists. I don't usually keep up with playlists, but I've got full playlists under $200 IMs, $200 to $500 IMs, and then 500 or above. And also there's True Wireless, but the only ones I have right now are the Apple AirPods. But I do have back there those guys. What are you? What the? Alice. I'm going to drop Alice here. Don't turn on. I'm just going to start things. So there will be more True Wireless stuff on there as well. But for now, consider this a year in review IM stuff. This is my watch case. I find watch cases. This one's by Glen Norco. Real glass. I find these nice to just store things. And as you can see, when I started the IM channel, I had bought this and there was like 4 IMs in it, and now it's full. And I was using this back in the day, back in the old apartment. It was like, this is all I needed. All I needed was like, what? Never have more than 12 IMs. 12 is more than enough IMs. Oh God, don't crush that. So I'm going to end up probably putting collaboration stuff in this. I plan to have at least a dozen collaborations by a year and a half. And this, well, I got a whole nother one because I was gonna just sell anything I couldn't fit in this box, but there's so much stuff that's just super unique. It's like headphones. It's like all these headphones. I don't need every one of these headphones. I don't need any headphones. I could use COS KPH40s and be happy the rest of my days. Desert Island Zeo, switch those. 16 pairs of KPH40s because they're easy to drive, and if they break, you just got another one. But there's headphones here that are terrible, like the Sendy Apollos, that are just perfect. Most soundstage. The most is something unique, something puts them apart. I'll probably end up doing, I guess I could review the wall again, but not much has changed since last year. 1 or 2 things have been taken out, moved, but really it's very, very similar. This is where we're getting interesting. Because now that I got Inner Fetish, I can just start hammering through all the stuff, all the old stock on the old shelf over there, all the new stock. I was doing a video a day for the last 5 days on that channel to catch up after the new year because I was falling behind. And there's other collaborations in the works. There's a blonde one. I'm trying to get another Let's Sure collaboration going. We'll see how that goes because there's an IM that's not in here, this one here, that, I want it so bad. So let's pop the top. Organizational method of this. Cheapest to most expensive. And then I separated all dynamics, all planar, and then mixed bag. And that's where the problem lies, is who would have even thought I would be able to keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 planars and 8 dynamics that I'd like have to keep. But then there's so many of these mixed bag, like electros, unique melody masts. What am I going to do with those? Those don't qualify for either one of these. They're just a fucking disaster. Look at these SA6 Ultras. Now worth $50 million bajillion because Duna will not make anymore. By the way, the reflection of the sound coming off that glass is freaking me out. So I guess I'll just go through the box. Please excuse if I don't remember the name of some of this stuff. My brain. Stellaris. Fantastic. Moondrop Stellaris. People didn't like it. I really like it. I burned it in. Keep in mind, one of the things I actually put a video out on the second channel. I have an Inner Fetish channel, I have a second channel, a cooking channel, and if you don't watch my unboxings, if you really want to know what I think when I first get an item, check out the unboxing channel, which is just called Zeospantera. It'll all be linked in the description. I do all my burn-ins, and I think burning in the Stellaris changes it a great deal. I even talked to Meze about the 109 Pros, because people were like, I don't know, I got the Mezes and they were sharp. I'm like, oh, I got the Mezes and they were sharp. And then I left them on my burning rig for 2 weeks and they were great. Just like I heard every other Meze at the show. And I think they told me 60 to 70 hours. Meze told me. Why wouldn't Meze just burn them in on the factory before shipping them out? Because they're just not equipped to do that. I don't know. I feel like that'd be something I would do as a company. So the cheapest planar Stellaris, followed by These are the Tuzang Wu. Wait, no, you jumped out. Followed by these. These are the tin pandas. Tin P1 Max Panda. The big panda, fat panda, ugly panda. Those are super smooth. So basically, you want to watch a review of, I think I've reviewed everything in this box. I've done 53 reviews since I launched the channel, so they must all be in here or sold. Big soft planar. Then the Tuzang Wu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmars. These are also super cheap and exciting, just an exciting, visceral fucking event. Z12s, no one likes these, especially this red and blue combination. See, this is one that's gonna have to come out and go into that box. So that's a collab. That's my first collab. I'll love you forever. Which one? This is the correct left and right. The one up here that Shinobu's holding, hers are backwards. They had the colors reversed. Because why? Of course you'd have red on the left. Why wouldn't you do that? These are the tin P1s. On a custom cable, actually. I think Skedra from Viking Weave took a cable from like an old cheap tin IM, into tin 3s or something, and he converted it to use a 4.4 pentagon. So these are here for more historic reasons, because further up the line I've got the 2s, and I said the 2s are better. These 7 Hertz timeless AEs. I fell in love with the timeless. All right, I was doing all these reviews, and I fell in love with the timeless. The original timeless, I sold them. Timeless AE show up a week later, and I'm like, holy fuck. This is what they should have always been. It's what I remember. It's like when Apple changes the firmware to make something suck, so you buy the new one. That's what the timeless AEs felt like. Here we go with the tin P2s. What a unique fucking unit. And I mean, I've got the LA90s. This is a sit down at your desk unit. No one's taken either the tin P1s or the tin P2s out. They're too hard to drive. But my God, you could just feel like when something's difficult, it's like standing on a vehicle and it's like 75,000 pounds and you're moving at 90 miles an hour and you're like, holy God. It's like riding in a train versus riding in a car. 80 in a car is like, woo. 80 in a train is like, holy fuck, I feel this whole mass moving. That's what it's like running the tin P2s. And then my most expensive, at least that I could fit in here. Wait a second, you're the Thyroid Clairvoyance. You don't count. I didn't have a straight planar that was more expensive. So I actually have room for one more planar. One more dedicated planar. We leaked up here. So yeah, I guess, what are you, like, you were 700? 570? Something. Clairvoyance is still a fucking favorite of mine. Oh, make out with you later, baby. Came with a 2.5 millimeter cable, which is just terrible. But I put this little DD Hi-Fi USB adapter on it so I could run it on my phone. So that covers that. We'll cover the bottom now. Tin T2 DLC. I think these are the DLC. There was literally 3 versions when I had them on my desk. And these ones with the little blue, these are the only successor to the Tin T2. Because there was Tin T2 Pro, there was Tin T2 Max, there was Tin T2, fuck them all. This is the only one that qualifies to count as better than the original. And I still have my original Tin T2s. They're just in their original packaging on the shelf. I'm sure there's more stuff over there that I've lost. But I felt like this one qualified. If I was going to show off a tin product, that would be the one, the double dynamic. And we're at the $50 mark or $60 mark here. OH10s permanently on a Chimera cable. I should mention the fact that I do have, Let's Sure did the Z12s at me, and the cable for the Z12s was so good, they were like, we're going to sell these separately. So I actually have it on, actually this is not a interchangeable head one. It's an original cable. So this is a Chimera cable you can get with interchangeable heads running the OH10s. And then we're moving over. These are the Katos, because we've got the little block with all the extra tips. Moondrop Katos. OH10s are soundstage and bass and heavy as fuck. Katos are like if those were dedicated to just sound quality. Just like remove some of the bass, remove some of the soundstage, but make everything else 10. That's what the Katos are. The Katos could be your last IM. There's a bunch of them in here that I feel like could just be like, you don't have to have this. You don't need this many. For some reason I do, but you don't need this many. You could have like 3. You could have like a fun, cheap, and you could have fun, middle grade, and you could have extremely fun, expensive. Why would you not have a fun IM? What the fuck are you doing? Why would it not be fun? Speaking of fun, ICO OH5. This thing, that weird, the super thick cable. We got to talk about the OH7s because they're not in here for reasons. But look at this thing. Like, these things were a concert in a box. They had that little diagram of the IM and the little whole band playing in it, and that's exactly what they felt like. I mean, we've got ICO OH10s and then ICO OH5s, and the ICO OH5s legitimately, granted they're $500, throw the ICO OH10s away. They're just better. They're like the grown-up, more expensive version of the ICO OH10s. Followed by, big price jump here, Moondrop Illuminations. These fucking things. These are a single dynamic. I mean, they're all dynamics is the whole point. These are a single dynamic that, up until very recently, was the best dynamic you could buy. Period. Straight up. There was straight up. Now tell me, do you want to be you and me forever? In gold, and I have it on a DD Hi-Fi cable here because DD Hi-Fi makes, like, this is an insanely high quality wire, and it doesn't make it sound any better. I will never admit to any wire making anything sound better, although, speaking of Viking Weave again, he did send me a cable that made things sound worse, made of like palladium and raw nickel or gold or something expensive, but it was like, here, listen to this, I'll make it sound worse, to prove the cables could sound different. Luckily, most cables are not designed to sound worse. But yeah, Moondrop Illuminations are probably the most natural sounding IMs, and they actually never ended up in a box because I was using them constantly. We move over, and we have, is this the new set? This is the Pros. It actually say Zeos on it. I would love to have gotten a collaboration. These are the Dunu Zen Pros. You've seen these on this channel, on the Big Z Reviews channel. You've seen these more than any other IM, because these come out, and these are the most sensitive IMs I have. Almost. D13s are getting real close. But these things plug into an amplifier and tell you exactly what's going on. On their own, how do they sound? I mean, I almost want to say they sound featureless. They just sound like whatever you plug them into. You plug them into a warm amp, then they're a warm IM. You plug them into a distorted amplifier, something that's like really crunchy. They sound like that. They just take whatever you give them. They're $900, so I don't know if that's going to be useful for most people out there, but definitely the most used IM in the Zeos household, because I use them for work. Those are the, like, all these are fun. No, those are for fucking work. Those are like plug into the LA90. Do I hear noise? No. Then I play some music and I enjoy it. This one I would almost save for the last if I was doing this video, but most of you aren't going to watch to the end. These are my new favorite IM, period. And I'm talking about beyond my collaborations. Soft Ears Twilight. These things are a single dynamic, $935. And I literally had to go out to my truck to get them in the cold because I left them out there because I've been using them nonstop since I reviewed them. They're fucking wonderful. They're literally wonderful. These have the only way I could describe it is immediacy. It feels like a studio monitor. It feels like the world's greatest studio monitor is right here. And it's just going to play you all the detail you've ever wanted to hear out of any song. And when you do low end, it's going to do that. And then it's not narrow soundstage. It's got like this reverberating soundstage beyond it. This is the only IM to beat the Moondrop Illuminations for like presentation. So those might sound natural, but this sounds, they're currently my favorite IM. Right there. More expensive than that. And not really a dynamic or a single dynamic are the GL AMT G16. These are an AMT IM. So these are real unique. These aren't a planar or a dynamic. These sort of just float around in space with their weirdness. And I don't want to describe what they sound like. Go watch the review of it because it took my entire brain, which is not, you know, always running on all cylinders, to try to describe the way that produces sound. Because the way that produces sound, using a big fucking AMT like tweeter, and then the tubes that you could change the different dynamics of the tubes like specifically to make it sound more or less air movement, it's pretty fucking nuts. All right, so these two rows are done. Let's go to the middle row. What's the cheapy boy here? The C Audio, not the Neos. Those are the Neos. These are the C Audio Go to the playlist, because it'll be the cheapest one. Under 200. Where are we? Where are we? Are they not here? Are they not that cheap? Are they over $200? They ought to be over $200. Tier IQ, ICO, 7 Hertz, Awfuls. See Audio Braveries. There you go. I can't remember the name of them. Apparently they're over $200, but they're still the cheapest one in this row, which I find slightly disturbing. C Audio Braveries, I actually got them confused with the C Audio Neos, because this says Neo, but I didn't remember that it's written in silver on gold. And when I had them both sitting there, like unorganized, and I have reviewed them already a while ago, I looked at them and went, which one of these is the really expensive one and which one is the cheap one? And I just picked these out of it because I thought the Neos were black for some reason. I thought they'd be like, yeah, they're cool and big and black. They don't like change that much in shape. And I listened to them as if they were $900. And I was like, yeah, these sound about as good as I remember. And then I realized, oh shit, I have another set, and it was these, and these are the Neos, and these are not. So these things shocked me for how good they are. C Audio does not make bad products. Might try to do a collaboration with them, because they also have the waifus. Please God, I need a waifu in my goddamn collaboration. So just for that fucking stunt they pulled, they get stuck in the box. You are the Mangrid T2s. That's all my entire IM review career could have ended on the Mangrid T2s. Because it was one of those, like coming off the Clairvoyance. The Clairvoyance sat for like a year as my favorite IM, and it was $700, and it was like, this is it. This is the peak. We've peaked. Then the Mangrid T2 showed up, and it was like, oh, it's not about IMs getting better with cost. It's about waiting a year and having what you loved in an IM be reduced in price to half, from $700 to $350, and now the Mangrid T2s exist. Like, they're just so fucking good. They're just so good. Just, that's it. Default, everyone should own a pair. They're $350. Go for it. Phi Audio Oracle Mark IIs. Are they better? People praise these more than I think I do. Like, I love them, but I don't like... If you said Phi Audio Legacy or Clairvoyance versus these, I'd probably take my Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance got something going on that's just more characteristic. I don't know, it's got more character. Someone said that to me about a house they were looking at. They're like, look at this house, and it was great. Beautiful kitchen, had a pool and everything, but said, the house has no character. And I looked at them and went, this is better than the 97 other fucking houses you just showed me. But I think I understand it a little bit. Because as much as I love the Oracle Mark IIs and their capabilities, they lacked a little bit of character. But they're still in my box, because I'm going to pull them out and review them against something else in the future. These are the Mangrid Zens Up. I'm sorry, they're the Zens Up, which is still Mangrid, because Mangrid is Zens. So the only thing that can beat the Mangrid T2s is another by the same company. This is Zens Up. And we're already really high in price as we are right now, by the way. We've just, whoop, we went from like the minimum of 200 to these are 350, these are like 5. So now the Zens Up are like, what, 7? So now we're just at the point where it's like, oh, fuck. Here's the thing, I can't remember why I thought these were better than the T2s at this very moment. Was it bass? Was it clarity? Was it... I just know when I compared the two, I was like, oh, this is a clear winner. This is these are better. Thank God they're twice the price, and everyone can default back to the T2 and still be very happy. What's this? Oh, SA6. Boo. I'm more upset that these are in my hand and not in more of your hands. I sold out this collaboration, these SA6 Ultras, because I did a little bit of modification to the tuning, to the mid-range, and we got the nice wire on it, and we did the beautiful fucking, the stuff on the side is just gorgeous, and they made 300 units. 300 $600 units I figured would last months. They figured would last months. Everybody figured that would last a couple months, because people aren't going to go splurging on them. 72 hours. 72 hours. Now... Granted, I got a pretty hefty paycheck for that, but at least everyone who touched them was screaming about how good they are, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God. There's nothing like putting out a $600 M that disappoints people, and not a single person has been disappointed by these as far as I know. I do have an extra set, by the way. So I've got, this is the final set with the red and the blue, and this is the tuning in a standard thing. So there are a couple in there. Shh, you're not allowed to touch it. Yeah, leave it on there. So, and here's the thing, I want to bring out more of them, but Dunu, not Hi-Fi Go, not me, but Dunu is like refusing to do it because they probably want to sell other IMs. They also want to leave the majesty of only having 300 limited units. So they'll probably hold their value. If you can get a Dunu SA6 Ultra, went into the box, even went to the trouble of finding the artist to put the box out, I would love to re-release them, but it's not up to me. It's literally up to not me. You'd think I'd have some sort of say in the matter, I don't. Speaking of collaborations, what is in here? Wires? Okay, so these are Nana. These are not my collab Nana. My collab Nana are somewhere else. They're somewhere else. But these are just Kinnear Nana, which for anyone who watched me review IMs on the main channel here, know that these are my favorite IMs. And this set is like the Nana 2.0. Oh my god, the wire is a disaster. I tried to get them to put this wire in and not the one the silver wire. This is the wire they were going to do my collab with all the pictures, and I requested specifically that they put it back to this wire, which is actually an older wire, and I don't know, I've not seen anyone who's gotten it yet. It's been really weird communicating, trying to get the collabs with China and the time delay. I get messages at like 2 a.m. They're like, hey, good morning, and I'm like, nope, it's not that. So, for those of you who purchased the new Nana collab, thank you wholeheartedly. I love the Nana, and I wanted to do something for them to make them at least unique. And really, nothing up here is what I wanted in like that expensive an IM. So, if you've bought them, congratulations. If you didn't buy them and you're thinking about it, just know it's not going to be the smooth luxury sound of the Nana. It's going to be like the smooth luxury sound of the Nana with some nitrous oxide in the trunk, just to give you a little it's driving in your luxury Bentley. It's the same Bentley you're driving with the Nana, only Rebecca's in the passenger seat. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. They're fun. These now, the C-Audio Neos. So after I confused them with the C-Audio Braveries, I pulled out the Neos and I went, oh god, the bass on these. It feels like there's 4 bass drivers in this, and there might be, because I don't remember the actual design, if there's 9 BAs or 6 or 2, but it's like the bass hits you in like multiple octaves, and it just keeps hammering you over and over again. Another DD Hi-Fi cable. DD Hi-Fi, reach back out. I need more of these cables. Let's collab. Oh, you know what? I should collab with fucking DD Hi-Fi. They love me. DD Hi-Fi used to send me everything. DD Hi-Fi, I'm coming for you. You guys would be cool with that, right? You guys like DD Hi-Fi stuff? Yeah, these things, for how small they are, really just produce ungodly amounts of sound. And then lastly in this box is the Unique Melody Mess, which you have to go watch my review on the other channel. They do this weird fucking thing where they have, apparently, and I've talked to people since the review. In the review, I talk about them having bone conduction for bass, which moves the whole IM instead of just moving the air. And apparently that's wrong. Apparently the bone conduction is for above 500 hertz, which blows my fucking mind. So that means these have the best bass in any IM, and it's not due to the technology that's unique to them. So everything else is from that, and they just have the best bass. They're super unique, and I like them. Would I make them? Are they the? If I had to, quick, the house on fire, and I can't carry all these. Grab one. Would I take the Mess? Would they be my choice? No, probably not. I wonder if I'd take my Z12s just for emotional sake. I'd probably. I don't know. Actually, these will probably be worth the most. The SA6 Ultras. So let's close that for a second. We don't know what to put there. Let's see what the hell's in this, and then we'll talk about those, and then we're good. We're good to go. Don't forget to subscribe to the Inner Fetish channel. And hit the bell and all that other shit that YouTubers tell you. Blondes, BLO3s. So, another collaboration's coming from Linsol, and it's not the BLO3s. It's the BLO5s. But these are the BLO3s. In fact, I don't have the 5s in here because fucking Pasta stole them. Bitch! No, she loves them. I'm going to collab with the BLO5s. Mostly the wire is going to be like my #1 fucking like, what the... Just smash them on the table. These are the most strangely unique cheap things on the earth. The 5s are actually better, but if you've got an extra like $40, $35, get blonde BLO3s. They'll change your whole perspective on life. This is so high now I can't even see what's in this box. Chacones? Fios? No, wait. What Fios are these? These are not Chacones. I don't know the model number of these, but they're little actual earbuds with an attached cable and a balanced cord with a interchangeable cord. Don't know. Somebody tell me in the comments, what the hell am I holding on to these for? Now I got to try them out. Let's see what else we got in here. More Fios. A lot of the old Fios. This is just a wire. Then we've got the Fio FA7s, I think. Do you have a model number on you? I love how they don't say what they are. I think these might have been the FA7s. These were the real fucking aggressive ones. Back when Fio was making huge strides in IEMs, they've sort of fallen off. You notice many Fios in this box? Not really. Did I miss one? Wait a second. Could have sworn I have the FA7s in here somewhere. These are the Chacones. And, so we got those. Here's where the OH6s are. OH7s, I mean. These are the $1,000 dynamic. So OH10s, ICO OH10s, ICO OH5s, ICO OH7s. For some reason, the 7s are the most expensive. These are the ones that have like gold, weird designs and that thick ass wire with the just thickest, goldest wire and the gaudiest fuck. And these were the base gods, but they've been beaten by a couple of them in here. The Mess. I'd probably even now put the C audios that I've heard them. But going for $900 dynamics, it wouldn't be these anymore. So they've been sort of, I actually had them just sitting out on the table. And I'm like deciding if I want to sell them in the yard sale or not. I'm pretty sure they're going to go. And it's sad because I have a big part of my, they're a big part. But now that I'm heating my basement, that's going to be hundreds of dollars a month. So, yeah, those will probably end up in the yard sale. These are just more cables. Hibby cables? There's a nice Hibby cable in here. Okay, that's useless. I'm going through this now. These, whatever happened to Audiophile? Are they done? Australian IM manufacturer. They made these really unique sons of bitches. Really unique, like cloth cables, and the sound was... These were the best IMs in the world. As far as I knew, back in like 2017, 2018, before I was like doing IEMs, anything that Audiophile sent me was better than the last thing Audiophile sent me. And they weren't cheap. There were some $400 or $500 ones that still to this moment are some of the best IEMs. They MMCX, I could actually change the wire. At least use that weird, like, they've got a notched MMCX so it doesn't twist. It's very strange. I think those are probably, oh, they're using a small tip. They're not even using a full size. Yeah, whatever happened to Audiophile? I feel like that's a t-shirt. Here's a set of the Z12 Golds on a Chimera cable. So you could get them in all black, all gold, or black and gold. And I prefer them in all gold. Because why wouldn't I prefer them in all gold? Followed up by, what's in here? The Shure tapes. The original Shure tapes. Let Shure Tape R and Tape L. God, I actually sold the new versions. They were the Tape 2s, and I sold them. And I kept these for emotional reasons. I'll probably just sell these too. These have the backs you could take out and interchange them. They're just... The thing with IEMs, if I had to pick one thing to keep reviewing, because Critical's got it right, IEMs have the biggest... They keep doubling. They keep halving costs and doubling performance. Take your pick. So every time I go, here they are, never mind. These are what I consider the top of the line Fios, even though I just did the FH9s. These are the FH7s. These were my benchmark for high quality. These were just linear and clean and smooth. They didn't offend me in any way possible. And they were made by a reputable company called Fio. And I'd still recommend them to this moment with the rose gold around it and the nice little flare. No problem with that. I wonder if Fio would do a collaboration. I want him to just bring this back with about 3 more decibels of bass. And I want you to tone this down. Oh, could you get the wire out? The Chacones, which is another, like, these are the weirdest treble, shouty, but amazing sounding Moondrop. These are Moondrop fucking shower heads. If I pull that off, you could see the shower head. See, look, it's a shower head. I want to get a Barbie doll, not for sexual reasons, and just put this in her hand. Actually, do any of these anime girls just like have a hand out that I could just like give them a chacon to make it look like they're showering with it? Did I lose the piece of foam? You know, that's never going to go back on there ever again, is it? Oh, God. Oh, please. Nope. Nope, it's not. And then finally in this box, Ear Studio. Something 100. Everything Ear Studio made was something 100. ER 100, HR 100, ES 100. So this is their attached wire in-ear monitor. And it's just, I liked them. I liked them a lot. They were like the best imaging you could get in like, if you were able to survive with a $100 IM with an attached fucking cable, those were the best imaging you could get at the time. They're also ridiculously small. So people who are like, I need to sleep in an IM Zeos, these would be the IMs to sleep in. They say high res on the side, which is just, I mean, they were good. They were good enough to keep for like a year, 2 years, however long I've had them. But I mean, we've got so many things down here under 100. Oof. So the reason I ordered the second case is because a lot of these couldn't go in there. These are the TRI i3 Pros. A lot of these reviews haven't come out publicly yet. Well, as of the recording of this, they'll be out by the 22nd, I think I run out of reviews. So I'm gonna have to make more before then anyway. But the TRI is another company that's like, I don't think I've gotten a bad IM from them. There are a couple of companies in here that just never, like Tin has made some fucking stinkers, but then they have like the highest of highs when I praise them. Dunu made like that weird ES12 that had like 3 things, and that wasn't very good at all. So they've made at least a stinker or 2. Mangard or Zen's hasn't made a bad one, although I did sell the Zen's top just because it took me so long to figure out what I liked about them. And that's never a good sign. Oh, these are the Kais. These are the other collab, not my collab. I think these are a Hawaii Bad Boy collab. And they're fucking great. They're fucking great. And they're gold, and the wire's nice. Although the case is a little bit fucking mess compared to like that case. But like these are an amazingly good, cheap fucking IM. Like we're back to that point where it's like I could have a whole case of sub $100 IMs. Did you see the playlist links? That's another thing when you go to the playlist. Like this is 200 to 500. You'd figure that'd be like a butter range of stuff. But there's only 12 videos. There are 26 videos under 200 and 17 videos over 500. So it's just, there's more expensive IMs and cheap IMs than there are like that butter zone of 2 to 500. Over 500. I would almost have made like a 500 to 1,000, then 1,000 plus, but fuck that. If you're spending over 500, sky's the limit. So yeah, those are the Hawaii Bad Boy ones. These are the TRI Starlights. I kept calling them the Starlight 4s because every title of them is TRI Starlight 4 Electrostatic. It's not the TRI 4 Electrostatic. It has 4 electrostatics. Look at the size of it. This thing is... These are probably the most batshit sounding things except for the Mest. The Mest might sound more batshit, but these are like 4% less batshit and half the cost. So these things are fucking nuts, those TRI Starlights. The Simgo EA500s, cheap, under $100. And I did a poor job of describing sound because I really don't know how they sound. I just know I felt uneasy listening to things with it. There's a certain frequency, maybe it's just personally me, but if you're listening to something and it like creeps you out, like your hair starts standing up on end, and it's not because of like, oh, the treble spikes don't do that to me. Bass nulls don't do that to me. Some other weird thing does that to me, and these have it. So these are like my horror gaming IMs. When I do the gaming video, because I've skipped like 2 years now, I'm going to do another game fidelity video on this channel. Please, ideas for the game fidelity video. I'll know by your comment if you made it this far. What should I talk about? What games? Specifically, what games? What hardware would you like me to talk about? I wish people commented on the community posts here. I would do that shit fucking hard. I'm going to take these out because these are worth looking at. If I can conjure an IM collab out of thin air, because so far all the IM collabs, people have asked me. This is the one I'm asking them. These are the Let's Your D13s. These are 13mm dynamic. And they look so fucking cool. Now keep in mind, 13 millimeters is a pretty fucking big dynamic, and most of the ones I've touched with haven't been the greatest. And that's when my goddamn Dunu tips went. Fuck. Hold that. I would have never found it, although I would have pulled these out immediately. These things are bat shit fucking crazy good for $95. According to the company, they've only sold 1,000 of these, and apparently that's not good numbers. That's why they don't want to do a collab. And I'm just like, you hold my beer. Let me sell about 50,000 of these things for $100. I would like to change the color, although I am NC and I don't want to be Vanu, but my channel colors are kind of Vanu, which makes me rethink my entire life. So if I made these purple with some white in there and then changed the wire to have an interchangeable head, or even if I just kept it a 3.5 and gave you an adapter or made it a 4.4, I fucking love these things. You know what? I'm taking them out. I'm not even putting them back in the case. I'm going to use them now. They're aggressive and huge and bombastic. They're everything I like in an IEM. Like if these were $250, they'd get the same praise as they get for $95. They're nuts. They're the last thing I reviewed. I'm glad they're the last thing I reviewed, because I could praise those guys right there, the Soft Ears Twilights, to the hilt. No one's buying $900 IEMs. You praise a $100 set of fucking Let's Shore D13s with the red plastic that shows up, that shows like the light through it, that makes it glow to show it's a right side versus the left. Fucking sold. Anyway, feel free to subscribe. We're currently at 7,390 subscribers. At 50,000 subscribers, which I'm kind of optimistic I want to get that in this year, because I've only been live for how long have I been live? 3 months. 3 months ago exactly, I started posting on this channel. In 3 months, we've got to 7,000. If you guys share enough, if you guys here want to go over there, if we get to 50,000 subscribers, no matter when it is, I'm having a pizza party. I'm going to order pizzas. I'm going to invite people over. I'm going to live stream on that channel, and we're going to have a pizza party together. That she used to work in school. It'll work now. We'll all have a pizza party, god damn it. And I expect people to join and show pictures of their pizza on Twitter. It's going to be fucking amazing. Anyway, thank you for stopping by, giving you this little IEM catch-up on what's going on. There's so much more to do. Let me change colors. Hold on. There, I've taken off the lens thing and changed colors. There's so many more to do. I've actually started, like, semi-chewing into this pile. I got these, just got on the burn-in rig today. All the things are plugged in. Headphones, no one cares about headphones. Headphones are for stupids. We're all about IEMs now, even though they make my ears itchy and waxy, and I should really sort of do some research on how to, like, fix that. Check out zboombox.com for Z Reviews merch. And I'm still hacking away at this old shelf. I figure if I can review all of these, even if they're not sold anymore, like here, TRI Starshine. What are you? What are you? Oh, you gonna end up in my box? What about you? The BGVP DM8s. Oh my god, there's a set of fucking Scold. The Kinera School. I got so many things here that I need to review. And they're all going to be reviewed on Inner Fetish. You don't have to do a video a day, because I can make 4 or 5 IEM reviews in a day. And I can watch them all. And I could make the thumbnails, and I could take goddamn thing, and I could publish them. I could do IEMs fast. IEM reviews are short. 10, 12 minutes. A lot of them I've even touched under 10. If I can get this whole shelf cleared by actually listening to them and reviewing them, I've accomplished my goal. Nice. We're currently using 2,200 watts, or an average of 2,300 watts to heat this basement, which is a lot, but it's under freezing outside. So that's it. I'm sure the colors here are bright as hell, and she looks weird. But check me out on Patreon and Subscribestar. Please subscribe to Inner Fetish. I really want that number like over 10 grand, and then YouTube can take away my advertising money. Links to these cases, links to everything, Patreon, subscribe. So you guys know the fucking gist of it, right? There's only one Patreon. You actually do get IEM reviews on the Patreon and subscribe, so you get to see those. They just get posted as a chunk. Like if I do 8 in a session, here's 8 IEM reviews, and you get to play with those for 80 minutes. But yeah, that sound demos, which I'm clearing this off. I'm doing some sound demos, right? Sound demos. And $10 gets you in the private patronage chat where you can talk to me and ask me questions directly. If you want to buy, sell, and trade gear, once you're in the $10 chat, you're in a lifetime swap meet channel where you can buy, sell, and trade gear. So you can put up all your IEMs that you fucking purchased. because you just too many, and you could buy them and sell them and trade them there. This, you, me, hi-fi guides, and the forums, and I'll see you for the rest of 2023, probably with some other videos to wrap up some things. Cool? 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 Cool. Before you all have a coronary, there are the Moondrop variations. They were in a case over there on the shelf. And I'll get back to re-reviewing them on Air Fetish. So subscribe. Also, Moondrop S8s, which are like the more expensive version of that scary set of these, of the Simgos. Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna need another case real soon.